What's up, everybody? It's Kamikaze MMA. We're going to be talking about UFC 300, right? I've already made a video about it being Dana's wife, you know. That shit, it slaps, bro. That shit slaps, okay? I'm upset, though. It's not about UFC 300. I'm tired of people being upset about UFC 300. Oh, we were promised a magical... Bro, you're fucking in real life, bro. Get a life. You're in real life, okay? Stop complaining about every little thing. This card is great. This card is better. This card's main card might not be better than $2.99, but the card itself is better, okay? We got Vettori versus Brendan Allen, which I like Brendan Allen. Marvin Vettori should not be a main event fighter anymore. He just shouldn't. He shouldn't. Who is Morgan Sherry? I've seen him fight once. I think Choi Sung Woo, I think I've seen him fight once. Why are they a co-main? They can add more fights to this card, I understand. But why are they a co-main? They've had like 2 fights combined in the UFC. Then we go to Blanchfield Fiorot. That's fine. That could be a main event. I don't even care. Ribas, Namajunas. I mean, Tai Tuivasa, Martian Tibura. Brian Battle as a co-main, you know. Jairzinho Rosenstock. Shamil Gaziev is a main event fighter. Now, this fight night hasn't been titled, so I'm not 100% sure that this is the main event, but Shamil Gaziev is a main event fighter. He's had 1 fight in the UFC, right? Let me fact check myself real quick. He's had 1 fight in the UFC, correct? Correct. He's had 1 fight in the UFC and he's a main event fighter. What? Why did we get Brandon Moreno versus Royval? Why isn't that on a pay-per-view? What is happening? Why did we get Moreno versus Royval? And Yair versus Brian Ortega. Who should be the main event of this card is Raw Royces. For what they're doing. Bro, UFC 300 is too good. We need to stop. I like having these fight night cards every week, but man, I'm serious. I like having them every week. Like, this is the only thing I look forward to is through my week, you know, is having these fight night cards. But man, just take Davison Figueiredo and Cody Garbrandt off the card and put them on the main event of Blanchfield Fiorot, Namajunas versus Ribas, you know. Bro, I don't know. I would just be way more excited. I'm 10 times more excited to see Davison versus Garbrandt than any of these main events. Even Brandon Moreno versus Royval. And apparently, from the UFC, apparently that's going to be the early prelim opener, which I'm not against, because I think that would be pretty cool. I think we should start doing that. Which I'll have a lot of people disagree, but I think the prelim opener, like the early prelim opener, should be the 4th best card, the 4th best fight on the card. Just open up with a banger. Open it up with a banger, you know? But yeah, I think it's too good of a card, honestly. These fight nights are so bad. So bad. Like, oh, Peyton Talbot versus Cameron Simon. I like that fight. For the Ribas Namajunas card, I like that fight. I'm excited for that fight. That should be the main event of the fucking of this fight night card. I mean, bro, I'm tuning in to see that fight. I'm not tuning in to see Rose versus Amanda Ribas. I like Amanda Ribas though. Don't like Rose anymore. That Carlos Esparza fight, you're not getting back from. If you could have made your last fight super entertaining, which it was entertaining, which I personally think she could have won that fight versus Fiorot, but Ribas, oh my gosh, Ribas's last performance was so cool. That was one of the coolest performances I've seen in a minute. How is Cody Gibson still in the UFC? That makes no sense. Muhammad Usman versus Mick Parkin makes perfect sense. Love to see Muhammad Usman lose, you know. But But yeah, no. UFC 300 is so good. I'm so tired of people saying it's not the best card that we've probably ever gotten. I'm so tired of it. It just is the best card we've ever gotten. I'm just hearing people complain that it's not as good as Dana White said. It's just the best card we've ever gotten, though. So we're comparing this to nothing. We're comparing it to a card with all Conor McGregor fights. Like, I don't get what y'all are doing. Like, I really don't understand. It's like, it just is the best card. Now, I'm still upset that Whaley versus Yan Xiaonan is on here. I would have much rather them just put it in Singapore, put it in, somewhere, put it somewhere in where with an Asian audience. I like having these I like having the cards in Asia. They're fun. They're fun to watch. I like waking up early when it's early in the morning. You know that Max Holloway Korean Zombie card was started at like 5 in the morning. I kind of like that. Makes me start off the day happy. um, but yeah, no, it's just that's the only thing that upsets me because then you could have Charles, Justin, Max Holloway, Alex Pereira, Jamal Hill. I'm leaving Armin out on purpose. On the like poster for these fights. Now we have Weili and Yan Xiaonan, which Weili's by far the best female fighter. Most entertaining. Yeah, I'll stick to that. Most entertaining female fighter. Yan Xiaonan's probably more entertaining, but she's just not gonna win, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, unfortunately. I'm still sticking with Max. I don't know, something. Something just it's telling me Max Holloway. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't think he should move down. That's the only thing leaving me from 100% picking Max is he can't move back down. If he goes to lightweight, he needs to stay at lightweight. He's probably been gaining weight for the past 4 months, 5 months, maybe more. Bro, fight. Bro, you're not beating Islam, though. Justin might beat Islam, though. Just from Simpsonness. I mean, he might beat Islam. I don't think Max has a chance to beat Islam, if I'm being honest. Wow. I don't know who the number one contenders fight is. What? That's so wild. So if Justin wins, I think he needs to get the shot next. If Max wins and Charles wins, then Charles needs to get the shot next. If Armin and Max wins, then I guess Armin can get the shot next. Man, that would suck to see Armin beat Islam, be the only person to beat. That would suck. I think Volk needs to take on the winner of Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain. Number one contenders fight. Unless Topuria and Max fight next for the belt and Max wins, then he could go straight in. But I think while Topuria's champ, I think he needs to get his confidence back, Also, Davison Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt is a title contention fight. Not a number one contender fight, but it is a title contention fight. Whoever loses should probably retire. Davison could go on for a little more if he loses. I think if Cody loses, I think he should retire. He's the best champion that one night. Greatest of all time that one night. So just retire, bro. I think we all agree that we like Cody too. Last, I'm gonna bring up Bobby Green versus Jim Miller again, just because it's it's another fight that I think if someone loses, they should retire. And it's going to be sad to see Bobby Green retire, to be honest, but I don't think he has much of a chance in this fight, looking at it again. I don't see much of a chance besides him catching a jab like he did to Grant Dawson, but there's no way in hell I'm going to compare Jim Miller to Grant Dawson. That's just not happening. But yeah, anyways, just wanted to talk about UFC 300. Best card we've ever gotten. Um, we could there's better cards you could make, but it is the best card we've ever gotten. So let's not compare it to our fantasy. Let's compare it to real life, please. I'm tired of people comparing it to a Conor McGregor Disneyland card. I'm just tired of it. It's just pointless. Let's get hyped. It's UFC 300. It's a great card. We have terrible fight nights because you guys all you do is complain. All you do is complain. Now we have terrible fight nights. I guess it's fine though cuz the fight nights are free and I have to pay $80 to watch this, but I guess so. I guess it's fine. But yeah, no. UFC 300 is the best card we've ever gotten. All I really wanted to say. Would low-key like it to be worse so that Vittori versus Allen was a little better. We didn't have Morgan Sherry and Choi Sung Woo as the co-main. Once again, they can add a co-main event. Still don't have a title for the Rosenstrike versus Shamil Gaziev fight. Keep forgetting about this one. But hopefully that's not the main event. It doesn't have a title, so it could still be a little hopeful. When's the last time Jairzinho's even fought? I haven't heard of him since he got knocked out by oh. Oh. I thought it said 43 seconds. I was like, damn, he got choked out in 43 seconds. I mean, yeah. How's this a main event? I don't understand that. I hope it's not. I don't think it is gonna be. I don't think they could put that out. I think that's a little too much, a little too upsetting, to be honest, of a card. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to rant about that. UFC 299's main card might be better though. It. That's the thing with UFC 300. That's the only thing that we can say is that the main card is not the best main card we've even gotten this year. It's probably the third best main card or the second best main card. Probably the third best, to be honest, but this main card is 10 times better. 10 times better. Just Piotr Jan versus Song Yadong. Piotr needs to win this fight. I mean, the UFC might keep him in, but they're probably going to cut him, bro. He needs to win this fight. Like, that needs to be on the top of his radar. Gilbert Burns, Jack. My boy, Jack. Jack's one of my favorite fighters. He's going to annihilate Gilbert, bro. Oh, like, unless Gilbert could get a sneaky takedown or something, which he doesn't really do, I don't really see a way Gilbert can win this fight. I mean, honestly. Gosh, so sad he lost to Bilal. That was a hard pill to swallow, that's for sure. Kevin Holland, Michael Page. Set up for a very entertaining fight, right? But low key, Kevin Holland, since he fought Wonder Boy, like in that Jack fight, man was just moving back the whole time, looking like he didn't want to be in the fight. I really do like Kevin Holland, but man just seems like he doesn't want to be champ. I mean, he said it himself. I'm not thinking about the belt. Why are y'all always thinking about the belt? It's the UFC, bro. What? Michael Page. Why is Michael Page 12-0? I've seen him get KO'd. Don't know why it says 12-0. but that's fun. Also doesn't have a reach on the like UFC like page or whatever. That's weird. Benoit versus Dustin is so good. So good. So good. Like, man, that is a great fight. Have zero idea who's gonna win. Leaning towards Benoit just because he's so good, but Dustin's boxing might be just too crisp for Benoit. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I am tired of seeing these lightweights stay in the top though. I'm low key tired of it. I'm upset that I wish they would have just given Justin the title shot already. So he didn't have to fight Max, and so he could either retire or fight someone young, up and coming again. But it is what it is. Dustin versus Benoit is a great fight. If Dustin still stays in the top, then I retract everything I said about that. Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera. Now, I said in one of my previous videos that Sean would obviously win this fight. I don't know why I said that. I think it was just because it was the morning. I wasn't really thinking. Sean is not definitely gonna win this fight. I don't know what I was talking about. This fight is a Cheeto is a scary matchup for everyone. Even Marab the Monster. Why is that not his nickname? The Machine is a fitting nickname, but he is a monster, bro. He is a robotic monster. No, I'm just kidding. Marlon's not gonna fade. If he gets KO'd, then he gets KO'd, but we haven't seen it yet, so I'm not gonna say that Sean's gonna KO him easily. That would be stupid. I think Sean's gonna fight like Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal, like scared the whole time running. He's gonna run, because that's all you can do versus Marlon Vera. You know what I'm saying? I don't think man has ever lost a 5th round in his career. I don't think he's ever lost a 5th round. The Pedro Munoz fight, I thought he lost. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I knew they were gonna give it to him, but I thought he lost. Corey Sandhagen fight. Corey dominated him until the last 30 seconds of the 5th round. And then Cheeto was like, oh shit, I'm in a fight. I need a fight. Didn't do that for the whole rest of the fight. But it's fine. You can't really do much to Corey. I mean, he's only lost to Corey. And Corey's just better than Sean, in my opinion. He just is better. He has wrestling. He's just as fast, if not faster. Obviously not as much power in his hands as Sean, but he has more kick knockouts. Just more explosive. He just I don't know. Corey kind of fights like a basketball player. Sean kind of fights like a taekwondo athlete more, but with good hands. I don't know. I really do feel like if Sean can't take Cheeto out, he might get TKO just from pure exhaustion. Cheeto's also the scariest matchup for Marab, in my opinion. Because Marab's not finishing Cheeto, but Cheeto might finish Marab. And Cheeto doesn't get tired either. That's a more interesting matchup for me personally, is Cheeto versus Marab. I think Sean's going to win, though. I think he's going to win the first 3 rounds and just kind of coast. He's going to coast the whole fight, but he's going to win the first 3 rounds and then super coast. Like Izzy coast, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wasn't even making this video to talk about 299. It's just a better main card. And that's the only thing against 300. Once again, stop making the main cards so good, bro. These main cards are too good. And I know people are going to disagree. That's fine. We pay $80 for the cards, make them great. There's not unlimited great fighters on this planet. There's just not. The main card's probably going to open with Charles versus Arman. So they're probably going to add one more fight to the main card, which might take it over top 299, but I don't know. I like Piotr Jan versus Song Yadong more than Yuri versus Rakic, which is, if that's on the main card, then it's a little bit worse. I like Gilbert versus Jack more. I like Kevin versus Michael, even though I think that fight might be boring. I think Kevin might just walk back the whole time. Benoit versus Dustin is not going to be boring because I don't think Benoit can have a boring fight. I think Benoit can move back the whole time, and the other person will be like, "Oh, Benoit's moving back. Let's have an entertaining fight," So I don't think it's possible for Benoit to have a boring fight. I don't think he'd ever move back though, personally. But yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to talk about UFC 300. I'm so tired of people complaining that it's not a good card. It's the best card we've ever gotten. Maybe not the best main card of this year, but if you have Davison Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt opening your fucking card, it's great. It's a great card, okay? It's a great card. I'm just tired of people saying it's not a great card. Now, yeah, some of these fights don't deserve to be main events. But I'm going to go back one more time. I'm just going to bring it up one more time. Jairzinho Rosenstruck versus Shamil Gaziev.